How did I get water on my face? What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap video. And the reason why I had to drink water is because we have so much to talk about today and I have to stay hydrated. Otherwise, I just lose my voice, my mouth gets all dry, my lips get crusty, and that's just not good for the camera because you guys can see my crust and my boogers and all that stuff. So I'm trying to look presentable for you guys. But you guys saw the video from yesterday where I, as an Indians fan, reacted to the Houston Astros absolute demolition of the Indians. We'll go more in depth of that game because I do want to make sure that I don't just sweep that game under the rug, because I don't want to be a biased Indians fan and just say, yep, we lost, there it is. I want to actually respect the Astros. I want to give them their props because they deserve that. Same with the Dodgers and the Braves game, the Red Sox versus the Yankees. I don't want to just dismiss them and say, oh, they were good games or anything like that. This is an MLB recap video. We have to talk about the highlights, even though we already know maybe the scores of it. Ooh, there's a pretty girl walking her dog. What's her name? I bet it's Sarah. She has a Yorkie. Anyways, guys, I am getting sidetracked. The first game that we have to talk about today is the Dodgers versus the Braves. Now, I was watching this game live, and I honestly thought that the Braves were going to come out on top because they had their ace, Mike Folty. I'm just going to call him Mike Folty. So someone told me to do it in the comment section down below because saying his last name is a little bit too hard for me. It's either Fulton Witch or Fulton Witchy. Folty. There we go. Perfect. So we're going to start off with the Braves offense. It looks like Rich Hill is in a jam. They have Kurt Suzuki, their starting catcher, at the dish. But let's see if he can come in huge with the bat.
On a 1-1, Suzuki hits a curveball to left center field. That's a base hit, and the Braves have taken the lead in Game 4. It works for Snitker, thanks to Kurt Suzuki.
And there you have it. Kurt Suzuki puts the team on his back and he gets that 2-run single. Now it is, I cannot believe that I called this a couple weeks ago. I said that David Freese is going to have a huge impact for the Dodgers. Everyone's like, David Freese is washed. He's a bench player. He's not going to play. Well, yeah, David Freese, the Freeze man, he came in huge yet again in October. Check it out.
The payoff. That is a base hit to center field. David Freese in October again. A 2-run single that gives the Dodgers the lead in Game 4.
David Freese said, yeah, and then he hit a 2-run single right up the gut. I honestly thought the shortstop was going to get that. Was that Yohan Camargo? Because I don't think Dansby Swanson's playing, but David Freese comes in yet again for his team in October. I remember back in the day when he was on the Cardinals, I was a big fan of Cliff Lee and Josh Hamilton, so when they went to the World Series, I was all for the Rangers, and I saw it in front of my eyes, David Freese absolutely pick apart the Rangers, and he won October for the Cardinals. He won that World Series. I don't care what you say, he won it for him, and now he's doing it for the Dodgers. It's great to watch.
Hits it in the air to center. We will see you tomorrow night.
So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we have a ball game. It's a neck-and-neck game going into the later half of the game, but then Manny Machado, he comes in, and Braves fans, if you're watching right now, it's okay to look away. We're going to talk about the Indians game in just a second, so I have your back, but just being sad, it's okay to cry, okay? Just, if you have someone standing next to you, just put your head on their shoulder and cry, because Manny Machado, he did this.
On another 1-2 from Sabatka, he gets a fastball and yanks it in the air, deep down the left field line. It's gone! Manny Machado breaks it open with a 3-run shot. And Machado and the Dodgers can start to...
I even think Braves fans knew that they were not able to come back. But the one thing I will tell you guys is you have a very young team going forward. You have Ronald Acuna Jr., a generation-type player. Ozzie Albies is young. Dansby Swanson unfortunately got injured, so he didn't have a profound impact in the playoffs. But you guys have a lot of young, solid pieces. So Braves fans, don't worry going forward because I think that you guys are in good hands, and I think you're going to make a run sometime in the next 5 years and eventually make it to the World Series. I'm not sure if you're going to win a World Series anytime soon, but you definitely have the squad to get there sometime soon, hopefully. Okay, we have 2 more games to talk about, the Astros and the Indians, and then the Red Sox versus the Yankees. So we're just going to talk about the Indians game and just, oh my gosh, this was... I have to take a deep breath because this Indians team in 2018 did not look like the same team from 2016 and 2017. Yes, we lost both of those years, but we showed heart in those years. I was sad to lose, but this year, I'm not just sad, I'm disappointed. It looks like the only person that cared about getting the dub in this series, there was 3 players, Carlos Carrasco, Mike Clevenger, and then Francisco Lindor. Everyone else seemed to be just in la-la land, not caring, going through the motions, and it was pitiful to watch. Cody Allen sucks. Andrew Miller sucks. Brad Hand sucks. We need a complete revamp of the bullpen. Okay, I'm done. Oh, ooh, man, no. I just get so upset when I see players playing without passion. You're getting paid millions of dollars to play the game of baseball, the sport that I love, and the sport that people love watching, and they pretty much just, I don't want to, they half-assed it. I don't know if you guys consider that cussing, but they completely half-assed that. It was piss poor effort, and I'm done talking about the Indians, at least until the offseason. I'm done. So I'm going to give some props to the Astros now. The Astros are one of the most complete baseball teams that I've ever seen in my entire life. So let me just recap the game real quick. So in the first kind of half of the game, Mike Clevenger was dealing. You could see his passion. He wanted to get this W so bad. And then Francisco Lindor, he did this off of Dallas Keuchel. Had me feeling pretty good.
In the air to left field. Down the line, towards the corner, and the Indians take the lead again. Francisco Lindor is homered for the second time in the postseason.
So we're up 1-0, right? It's almost like a replay of game number 2. We're dealing. We have a starting pitcher that cares about getting the W. I'm not saying that Corey Kluber didn't, but he just seemed like he was just out there. And, oh, man, sometimes his robotic nature kind of gets to me because it doesn't seem like he cares, but I know he does. But the Astros, they were able to get on board with a George Springer dinger. He is the most clutch postseason guy that I've seen in him since David Freese, honestly. Like, he is the modern-day David Freese. But then Marwin Gonzalez turns into a master Jedi, uses the Force to hit this pitch, takes out his lightsaber because I still don't know how he was able to keep this ball fair. Check it out.
The pitch is clubbed down the left field line. That's got a chance to get down, and that's down.
So at that point, I'm sitting over here leaning against my bed. I'm defeated. We're not gonna win because the bullpen is trash. And yeah, and then Carlos Correa comes in and he steps on our throat with his cleats, mind you, like cleats to throat. Not a good feeling. Just get it over with. Roll it. Roll it.
Now the 3-0. And Correa lines it pretty deep to right field. It sends back. Cabrera still going back, looking up. See you later! A 3-run home run for Carlos Correa.
So guys, in the grand scheme of things, the Astros played amazing baseball. Again, they did not hardly make any mistakes. They barely gave up any runs. For the series, I think they had more hits in that game 3 than we had combined throughout the entire series. So it was just 13 hits to 12 hits. It's just, that's never going to work out. But yeah, the worst part about it is we play with no heart. The Indians play with no heart. It was absolutely pitiful. I'm not excited to watch the Indians going into next year because I'm kind of mad. I got a chip on my shoulder with them. But congratulations to you Astros fans, and that's going to conclude the recap from the Astros and the Indians. Now it is time to talk about, the favorite matchup in the world is the Red Sox versus the Yankees because they have such an historic rivalry that everyone likes to talk about. But yesterday, yeah, the Yankees said they wanted the Red Sox. They kept chanting, "We want Boston." Roll the tape.
And a swing and a miss. A 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And that one misses way inside. Ball 4. And he rips that one. Fair ball. That ball's ripped down the right field line. That is a fair ball home run. And the cycle for Brock Holt.
All right, so in those clips, you saw Brock Holt hit the cycle, the first cycle in Major League Baseball postseason history. Even he had an interview after the game where he was with Lauren Shahadi. I love you, Lauren Shahadi. If you're watching, love you. You should date me. I'm single. But as you guys saw, Brock Holt had the first cycle in playoff history. Nathan Eovaldi shut the Yankee offense down. He went 7 innings pitched, only gave up 1 run. And I used to think that this guy, he was on the Yankees before. Oh, that's right. He went from the Yankees to the Rays to the Red Sox. So he's getting payback for the former team that traded him away because they didn't think that he could get the job done. But the dude throws 100 miles an hour from a starting pitcher. You don't see that very often. And then Luis Severino has not been the same since the All-Star break. I'm curious to ask you guys a question. If you are a Yankees fan, what do you think of Luis Severino? Do you trust him? Let's say it goes a game 5. Do you bring him back on short notice, or do you put Masahiro Tanaka in there? Do you put CC in there, or J.H. Happ? As a Yankees fan, let me know in the comment section right now. Who do you trust the most on your staff, or do you not trust any of them right now? As an Indians fan, as a baseball fan looking back, I'd say you got to go with Tanaka. Now, one other note about the Yankees is I don't know what Aaron Judge was doing. So if you guys missed the clip, he strolled past the Red Sox. I think it was the Red Sox clubhouse a couple days ago with a song playing on his jukebox called "Start Spreading the News." It's an old Yankee song. It's just a good New York song. And yeah, then you lose 16-1. It's not a good look. So as a baseball fan, I'm cool with bragging and I'm cool with having an ego sometimes. But if it comes back to bite you, it's not a good look. So Yankees fans, Red Sox fan, it could very well come down to the final game today because the series is at 2-1 and the advantage of the Red Sox. So if the Red Sox win today, the Yankees are out of the playoffs just like the Indians. So you'll be joining the couch with the A's, the Indians, the Braves, the Cubs, and the Yankees. Yeah, the couch is getting pretty full. Today is game number 4 of the series, so we have Rick Porcello going up against CC Sabathia. They both have weird years. Rick Porcello went 17-7, but had a ERA over 4. CC Sabathia didn't have the best record, but he had a 3.65 ERA. And honestly, CC Sabathia, when he's a little bit tubby, he's in better form, and also he's amazing in the playoffs. So honestly, if I'm just talking about baseball and statistics and just the vibe that I get from this game, I do have to go with the Yankees in Game 4. So I think they're going to knot it up at 2 games, but then when the Red Sox take it back to Fenway, that might be the game right there. But guys, let me know in the comment section down below whether you're a Red Sox, Yankees fan, or you're not a fan of either team. Let me know who is going to win the ALDS, the Yankees versus the Red Sox. I want to know in the comment section down below. Who's going to face the Astros? One more little nugget about the Yankees is their bullpen is pretty much ready to go. They had Austin Romine throwing out theirs, and he gave up a home run to Brock Holt to complete the cycle. So their bullpen is ready. They are ferocious. They have a lot of arms that can go a lot of innings and strike out a lot of guys. So if the Yankees have to pull CC after 3 or 4 innings, they're going to do it, and they're not going to feel bad about it. So it's going to be a crazy game. Buckle in. Guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you all so much for the support on the last 2 videos from yesterday. It was a Monday. Usually Mondays are pretty slow because everyone's back in school or everyone is at work. So the fact that we had almost 12,000 views collectively between those 2 videos and almost 700 likes, I want to say thank you guys all so much for the support. It really means a lot to me, and I will catch you guys in the next MLB recap video. And also, one more note is there could be some crazy stuff happening with vlogs coming pretty soon, so just keep your eyes peeled because it's going to be a pretty fun October. So guys, thank you all so much. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.